Hope you brought your tinfoil hats, boys and girls, cause we're diving straight into rape culture. Aziz Ansari accusations might not be about rape, but they are about rape culture. While the Me Too movement has resulted in man after man being outed as rapists, serial harassers, and general creeps, that sounds like poorly worded, just saying, there's like a poor choice of words there. We're talking about all men, half of the population of the planet. But they're all men, damn, in this culture, are socialized in a particular way that leads to men being disrespectful, unethical, and often too violent with women. Huh? Like, how does it teaches men to be unethical and too often violent with women? I don't get that. And then it goes through the whole Aziz Ansari case and the whole situation, which I don't really want to cover because it's basically a dead horse which has been set on fire. So we're not going to cover that. And you can find it practically all over the internet, so I'm not just going to cover that. What I am going to cover, though, is this little gem. Moreover, the reality is that the actor's behavior is completely normal. Men grow up in this culture learning that they should pursue women relentlessly, and women learn that this behavior is romantic. Water, lady. Lady, water. Wasn't the whole point that Grace felt that she was violated because she wasn't pursued hard enough and wasn't courted hard enough? Wasn't that the whole goddamn point? What? How? Why? All the questions that start with W. Young men often treat sex like a game or a contest. Like, look, let me give you a lowdown on that one. That situation is never looked upon as some kind of a good and moral attribute for a person. If a woman or a man sleep around too much, that's a red flag. Men also learn that the goal of sex is their pleasure. Actually, the studies have proven that women take more pleasure in sex than men do. People responded to this story with frustration, viewing the situation as nothing more than a bad date, true, or by asking why the hell didn't Grace just leave the damn apartment? I added the hell and damn, by the way. And apparently then this Grace lady went to Twitter and in a heat of Twitter rage wrote, "You guys are all fucking sane." Which begs the question, has this happened to her like many times, or I mean, has she tested all the guys before? Because that's not a good sign. And by the way, if she's been scorned so many times like this, why the fuck would she think this will be different? Like, why on God's green earth do you think that this guy will be different, lady? Like, why? Because it's brown? This kind of boys will be boys response is exactly the problem, and exactly why men have become accustomed to behave in this disrespectful, predatory way towards women. I just love it how she's not like most men, and she's like men. Like men. You have a penis, you're a predator. You're a rapist. You got a penis, oh, you're a rapist. And let me tell you something, man to person. Just saying, but you can't change people like that. You're always gonna have racists, you're always gonna have sexists, you're always gonna have bad people. You cannot change that. And most things that will harm you in any way are illegal. So what you're asking here is people's personalities to change, either under the law or by force, which is, what's the word I'm looking for here? Impossible. At the risk of being accused of being too nice, really? Too nice? I mean, how could someone possibly remotely think that this woman is not nice? How could possibly someone even think that? Parentheses, something I am rarely accused of. Wow. Wow, you don't say. I don't want to vilify Ansari. Wow. Give it up, guys. Give it up. What a courageous stance. Not vilifying someone who all he did was have a lack of communication with his partner. What a brave woman. What a brave woman. I don't think he's a particularly bad or dangerous man. Thank you. Whoa, wait for it, wait for it. Rather, he is a completely normal man who has been socialized like all other men under patriarchy. There we go, boys and girls. I told you to bring your tinfoil hats. There we go. The patriarchy, the new Illuminati. The Illuminati 2010 edition. God damn it. You guys just love patriarchy. Ooh, patriarchy. I have been in countless situations like the one described by Grace. And you decided not to get the fuck out of the door too, I assume. I have sometimes framed these experiences as gray rape. You guys can see me, but I'm making air quotes. Because rape, I think it's kind of like a button situation. Harassment, there's some gray areas on that one, but rape, you're either raped or unraped. You can't be in between. It's a yes or no situation. She doesn't really go into detail, but the whole point of it is like she kept going even when she was feeling pressured and violated. Which I don't know, but sounds like it's kind of your problem. You could have just pushed him away. Oh, here comes a juicy train. The notion that men should pressure women into sex is so normalized in our culture that it is treated as a cute joke when husbands do it to their wives, as though they are children begging for a cookie. You just ruined cookie for me, huh? You just had to do that. But this behavior isn't harmless. It's rape culture. That was a bit more zazzy than I expected, sorry. But it is about how men view and treat women. It's about our notion of romance, which has been around for like 5,000, 7,000 years, which often is connected by dominating behavior on the part of men. The romanticization of male control, jealousy, and even violence. Yeah, because 50 Shades of Grey sold like hotcakes because of people were interested in the relationship of the characters. Yeah, it sold like shit because people were so interested in the acting, the chemistry between the characters. For fuck's sake, lady. It is about the idea that men need sex in order to survive. Okay, how do you then explain asexual people? Those people should just die? Just saying, but there is a large number of people who are not very sex. Just saying. We need to change our understanding of sex and courtship rituals. Stop treating men as mindless animals. I think this lady really doesn't have a knack between the whole romance and sexual thing. Romance are actually very, have you ever tried to get a Valentine's gift? It's a fucking chore. It's annoying. It uses a shit ton of brain power. So the whole mindless animal thing, I think she doesn't have the capacity to differentiate sexual behavior with romantic behavior. Newsflash, those things are different. Stop normalizing the idea that consent is as simple as agreeing. Okay, what else is consent? Like, the whole definition of consent is two people agreeing to do something. Like, what do we need? Like cameras? Do we need to film it? Do we need evidence? Huh? Do we need witnesses? Because I'm not into that kind of shit. Just saying. And here we go, son of a bitch, which enforces the idea of objectification of women, which means that women are things that exist for male pleasure. I'm gonna do a video on objectification for a little time, but point of objectification, men get objectified too, and women get objectified too. Those women who get objectified make a ton of fucking money. She definitely means models and shit like that. Those people make a shit ton of money being objectified, and they're not complaining. So why are you? And you gotta love this one. Someone like Aziz Ansari is no criminal. He's not even a bad man. He's just a man. Alright, cats and kittens, this is gonna be it for me today. Sorry, audio is a little shitty. Oh, a lot shitty. I really don't have any equipment. But leave any juicy stuff you got down in the comments, and I probably won't read it, but you'll feel better telling me to go fuck myself. So there's that benefit. Bye.